Ah, I did need to leave some time. And then, yes, man can be turned off, because that's only relevant for players. Cool. Let's do another save. I think we're there. I think we finally made it. So how is the Argentinian war going? So right now this is just Argentina versus Brazil. Neither side have called anyone else in. And I'm kind of okay with that. In fact, I think that Argentina stands a very good chance of winning this. They have quite substantially more stuff. Argentina's really strong. Is there a faction overview? I think only if you're actually at war. Never mind, this is fine. Alright, do I want to join the war is the next question. Why is this the Russian-Brazilian war? What? What's the plan now? Funnel enough guns to the CSA and win the war in the CSA so that we can try and liberate France and Britain.
Alright, sir. Yes, sir.
In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and conquer some more shipyards down here in the south if I can. Being idiots. Oh, thank goodness for the console.
Orders, sir.
So we should be about to receive an injection of reinforcements. The UK has joined the Entente. The Entente's victory, despite all of the odds, has replaced the new with the old. The dominant power of the last century now overlooks a familiar world order, even as new alliances emerge to change it. In a decidedly dramatic turn of events, the Republican regime in the Union of Britain has fallen, and the Royalist government under the House of Windsor has now finally returned to London. King Edward VIII has been formally coronated in Westminster Abbey, fulfilling his life's dream of avenging his father's exile during the British something.
Orders, sir.
Okay, so these units are almost here. CSA heavy tanks, nice. The Golden Cross Division.
What are your orders, sir?
So we're just going to wait until we get our planning prep again. Are we still locked out? No, we should actually be receiving reinforcements now. Not entirely sure why we're not.
Where's next, sir?
So what are you lacking? Just manpower. Can I have an air wing over here? Why are you not active? You are active. Why am I not seeing the effects of this? Oh, for Pete's sake.
All right, sir. You're gonna defend this spot to the last man.
Yes, you are. Or at least until these guys arrive to back you up. Which is soon? Yes. Got a little bit close there. So now all I need to do is take this one province.
Orders, sir.
And then this is all a cut off. We can take Norfolk and then head due south where there's no rivers or anything guarding this. And at that point we have another port in a different zone. So hopefully the CSA supply situation won't screw up again.
What are your orders, sir?
Can you please stop blocking this? Oops. One stupid zone. For Pete's sake. Leave it on that for a bit. See if that makes a difference. Right, can I please have some reinforcements?
All right, sir.
Pretty please, with the cherry on top. Insulindia has declared war on the Dutch East Indies. Insulindia, are you communist? Authoritarian Democrat. No, they are not. But I think I'd quite like you to win. So I shall send you the means to do so, hopefully, maybe, possibly. I'll send you 50 convoys and 5,000 guns. You have no convoys. Nothing's going to get through.
Wipe 'em out.
Alright, hardcore defense mode activated. And we have more advanced naval bombers. Let's go and get the more advanced close air support. Speaking of which, aeroplanes, are you doing... Yes, stuff. Good. Glad to hear it. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to save and reload, just because I feel like I've maybe screwed some stuff in the background. Seeing as the air map isn't even picking up.
We're gonna hold this.
Okay.
Fire, fire.
There we are. Appalachia is actually struggling. Really? Oh yeah, they do have air superiority here. That sucks. So right now, I need air superiority here. Because that's where I'm fighting. Naval Academy has been established. They are throwing a lot of troops at us here. Overhaul the Royal Australian Navy. Or the Republican Australian Navy, as it should be called now. Our efforts have paid off, and now the RAN has the skill and capacity to properly manage the Pacific Fleet without aid from the British. Australasia is now a contender for naval superiority in the region. now you need to back off. Decimetric radar, done. Let's go ahead and research improved decimetric radar. And build some. Harris Mage. Camping trip was really good. Nice and restful. I think I want some more close air support now. Though I am extremely low on resources. And we were going to do the rally public support. And I want to do that now. I'm really tempted to do this too. I'm gaining quite a lot of political power at the moment. So I think we're going to be good to go for the extra stability. We're up to 47%, which is awesome. Oh, Mexico joined all the wars. Okay. And they're rebuilding their armies.
What are your orders, sir?
Oh, you've shifted your
Yes, sir.
orders. Please don't do that.
All right, sir.
There's just one place where I need you defending. It's right there. Hopefully we are giving as good as we're getting here. Whew, yeah we are. 2,800 losses, 8,200 inflicted. And even though America is fairly industrial, the AOS I don't think can afford this. No manpower, scraping the barrel. They do have a lot of military factories, though compared to us, they don't. It's mostly the manpower though that they can't afford. And we are inflicting a ton of damage on them. Alright. Shock and awe or air-land battle? I think shock and awe. We're just going all-out artillery here. I could even speed it up. Might as well. Has my general got mad skills? No. He's still only a level 2, and I think that the CSA general is taking command of all the battles here. We're actually winning the battle now. The real question is, are we going to have anybody left here when we do win it? The answer kind of looks like a resounding nope. Thankfully we do recover our organisation super fast. Yay, Anzacs! Can you please stop blocking my support? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Thanks.
To lose this ground.
Musk de Lasker, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Oops, somebody's just capitulated. I think. Yes. Russia! Uh-oh. Oh, but the Ottomans took half of it. They're not in the Reichspakt. Ukraine took 8, Germany took 54, Ottomans took 49, Finland took 4. Ruthenia's back. be very interesting to see if anything else has returned. We're certainly thinking about something here. Alash Order was returned. But still thinking. Wow, it's really thinking for a while here. Oh, what happened? Russian Empire has returned. Are they going to create a Siberia? I don't know. It's thinking again. Nope, the Ottomans kept it. How's this battle going? I mean, we are being hit from every direction, so this isn't necessarily the best. But our air superiority is dramatically reducing their strength. I don't think we're getting surrounded. No, we're not getting surrounded penalties. I think this is just increasing their combat width, isn't it? And a bunch of them also getting river crossings. What type of terrain is this? Plains. The worst possible terrain to be defending in, but it's fine. Whatever. We're still doing an absolute boatload of damage to them thanks to my sheer amount of soft attack. They are definitely starting to take some strength damage here. Look at how weak those two are. They're gonna keep on coming at us, and half of them are coming across this river. Ooh, 30. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Right, the other thing I have is quite a lot of naval experience, and we did want to build a new type of submarine. Although I am wondering whether we want to wait and research a better type of submarine. Get the 1940 advanced subhulls. Especially as then we can get the advanced torpedo tubes as well. Yeah, I think we probably ought to. Okay. And we should see how you guys are doing. Okay, the overhaul is done. And now we need to choose whether we want to upgrade the reserves or scrap the reserves. Upgrading naval reserves grants consumer goods factories 10% dockyard output minus 75% for 180 days. Mothballed part of the fleet will be brought back into service, a process which could take 6 months or more. And then this gets us the Pacific Navy focus, which increases the range by 20%, submarine attack, capital ship attack, and screen attack. Or we can do the Navy for our defense, which is naval speed, naval range goes down, submarine defense goes up, capital ship armor goes up, and screen defense goes up. So the Navy for the Pacific is way more aggressive. But I like the idea of the Pacific Navy focus a lot more than this. That naval max range minus 20%, especially if we're going to be a more aggressive fleet, is bad. So I think we are going to upgrade the reserves. So our fleet is going to suck for about a year. Almost half of the larger ships of the Pacific Fleet were mothballed after the Weltkrieg ended, as we simply did not have the sailors to man them. While the ships are old, they are still serviceable, and with a concerted effort they could be put back into service and make our fleet even more powerful than it is. How have I set up my infantry divisions? They are unique, shall we say. 4 infantry, 4 artillery, support artillery, support engineer, support recon, support hospitals. Should probably put AT in them too. I need to research it. And it does look like the AUS is just throwing lives away at us here. I have a feeling we're going to be absolutely pasting them. 3,000 for 8,200 losses. Maybe not as much as I'd expected.
Where to, boss?
And I'm going to guess that part of that is because I'm out of supply again. Can you please stop blocking my supply? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. A nice, juicy, great big cherry. Right, what do I need to produce? I think more infantry equipment, and then I need to send another big shipment to the CSA.
Securing the target area.
Stability finally hit 50%. Lovely. Huzzah! Cubic, thank you very much for the resubscription. 7 months now. That is awesome. Hey, another month. Thank you very, very much for that. I do very much appreciate it. How big an air wing do I have to support the air expedition? I think we're at like 100 planes. Can we expand? Oh, yes, we can. Do I want to, though? No. I think I'm quite happy having 100 fighters because I can now start putting together an air wing of close air support. Huzzah! For which I wish to have 18 planes. Then as soon as you guys are deployed, I can send them in and then we can actually have some close air support supporting our operations here, which would be great. And then we can expand the number of casts that we have active in this region. Tankstark, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime resub. 9 months now. That is awesome. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. I'll say that you can also go up to 100 eventually. Awesome.
Forward. Keep moving.
Looks like the PSA is pushing back. Remember, we used to hold this river. I don't think the AUS is really making many moves with the exception of down here. And so long as we can hold them at bay here, we're just bleeding them of men and material. Especially material. Look how slow some of the strength is coming. 40,000 horsemen. Directed by Charles Chauvel, 40,000 Horsemen tells the story of the Australian light horse during the Sinai and Palestine campaign in the Last Weltkrieg. It follows the adventures of these three rowdy heroes in fighting romance and culminates at the Battle of Beersheba. While the film is clearly a propaganda tool to aid in the recruitment and lift the pride of the Australasians at home, it is fast becoming the most successful Australasian film ever produced. Crikey! Hooray, seasoned. How long have I been fighting on this airport with planes landing and taking off with our troops? A while, and I'm a little bit surprised that it's not taken more damage. The infrastructure has taken a pasting, but the airport itself hasn't. Stop blocking my supply! Oh, actually looks like we're starting to lose in this position now. Fall of Mexico City against who? Oh, Canada, of course. That's not good, because Mexico just had no troops. And basically immediately entered the war. Mexico City, the oldest capital in North America and the 5th largest by population, fell today to the invading Canadian forces, who encircled the city and then moved into the lake bed from the west, cutting the major transportation arteries through the lower areas and forcing the Mexican defenders to bleed off into the foothills of the east. As of today, the general in charge of the Canadian occupation was sighted entering the National Palace to negotiate with the governor for a ceasefire. That does bode a question. Mexico is halfway towards capitulation. Artillery's back on the way in, and we should be able to bolster once more. I might well need to join the war officially if Mexico really looks in danger of capitulation, so that I'm a major in the war. Volunteers in the Insulindian Revolution. A revolt has fled up in the Dutch East Indies with the native population seeking to secure their independence from the Dutch overlords. Many in our countries feel connected to the Insulindian plight and want to help. Shall we send a detachment of volunteers? Yes. I am now out of manpower. I need to join the war, if only to change my manpower law. However, as soon as I do that, then these guys will disappear. Can I grab and hold Norfolk for a supply point? No, because Norfolk's still in that same sea zone. I have to take this one, basically, which is what I'm fighting towards. Then hopefully they'll stop blocking this sea zone and using this one. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway. Okay, so we've upgraded the reserves. And we can now get the Australasian Shipbuilding Board, which will be a humongous output bonus. And we can also get a bunch more shipyards from this. However, I think I want to get the Pacific Navy focus first. Our future naval efforts should focus on increasing the range of our ships and keeping them in top combat form. If they will be fighting, after all, chances are very good they'll be fighting far from home. Croatia joined the factions at war with the Dominion of India, yes. And Argentina is also at war with Brazil. And you actually have some convoys now. See if they get through. Huzzah! And then the other thing is... Oh no, it's still under construction. That's fine. Shenton, thank you very much for the resubscription as well. 7 months now, that is awesome, thank you so much. I hope the rest did you good. It did me very, very good. Turns out I kind of needed it. But I'm back, rearing to go. And willing to lead Australasia to new glories. Hopefully. Yeah, the close air support have already been doing some damage. So are those mine? Yes, they are.
What are your orders?
And again with it. Oops.
Yes, sir.
Oof. We're actually doing a fair amount of damage here. Oh, no, we're back in. Hi! Yellow, green. Very green. Are you getting any experience from this? Like, you are present. Oh, and Clairberg is back again. That would be even better. Yes, you are getting experience from this. Definitely.
Attack!
I want to counterattack, they're just not giving me the opportunity to do this. Oops. How's their manpower? 18,000.
Orders, sir.
Counterattack time!
Where's next, sir?
And if I can get this breakthrough, then that's going to be trapping all of these guys, which is going to be amazing. Though it looks like a whole bunch of them are being kicked out right now. There we go. Mission accomplished. Oh, no, we lost it again.
All right, sir.
Ultimate objective is to grab this. Colombia to Clover on Panama. Okay.
Orders, sir.
I just need to hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Damn it. Where's next, sir?
And there we go, Navy for the Pacific. Now it's occurred to me that I kind of stopped doing the army upgrades. And that's bad, because we're sitting just outside of the urban combat focus. We are fighting in the eastern seaboard of the United States. It's basically all urban. So let's grab the mountain infantry and then we'll grab the urban combat as soon as we can. Australasia is a land of rugged terrain, one that can provide soldiers skilled at fighting in the harshest environments around the world. We must take advantage of this. Advance! In fact, we should also have a super elite commando unit, shouldn't we?
Where's next, sir?
Oops. They're out to Tobruk. That's a famous group. That is a pretty hench unit. And all mountaineers,
Where's
too.
next, sir?
And trained. Okay. Can't happen to send a 4th division, can I? No. Too bad.
What are your orders?
Huzzah! Ice Mage! Thank you very much for the resubscription. 6 months now. Half a year. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. When does the stream end? It ended 3 minutes ago, technically.
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I do a multi-attack against this and win? Doesn't really look like it, so we'll hold. We'll let everyone reorganize. We'll let the CSA come in and reinforce us. And we'll just hold on to these positions until we can actually make an attack again. So I've got to take this one province. Also, how's Mexico doing? Not good. %98 towards capitulation. I think that's basically saying you need to join this war now, Mordred. I have failed in my task. I wasn't able to take this. And there we are. Australasia's in the war. We are finally ready to take our place on the world stage and do our part for the syndicalist cause. So, on that note, I shall say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you are enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel in other ways, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. Or you can go to this link. Hey, fishy! I do also have a YouTube channel, which you can find at this link here. That is where I tend to announce what I am streaming and when. And then finally I have a Discord, which you can find at this link here. I will be back in 1 hour though, so do not worry. There is going to be more to come. So we will continue the Second World War, the Third World War technically, seeing as the Internationale is technically lost already. That will begin at 10. So in 1 hour time. Also, I want to say now that Fishy is actually here, Fishy is the newest moderator for this channel. I've just given you the moderator tools, so you should see the sword next to your name next time you type something, Fishy. Thank you very much for accepting that role, and welcome to the team. Saying that now live. Helsam was around earlier, so the moderation team is expanding a little bit. Cool! What else do I need to say? I don't think I need to say anything else. I think we're all good. So, 1 hour. Just about 55 minutes from now, 10 PM British Summer Time, we shall continue this game and see if we can actually survive, because we are now going to be up against it. Here goes nothing. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you guys in an hour.